As we go into Thursday afternoon, we have a serious problem. Markets are freaking out. And why are they doing that? Because big news is afoot. If you have any money in the financial markets at all, you need to be paying attention to this because the 10-year U.S. Treasury bills have blown out and we are seeing banks on the verge here. Over the next coming days, we may see some more bank failures because this is what banks are loaded up with. They're loaded up with U.S. Treasury bills, and this is what they're using for collateral for everything. And so with rates blowing out over the last 2 days since the Federal Reserve made their announcements and started saying that they're going to be raising interest rates more in 2024, this is going to affect you. Manufacturing is crashing. Inflation is coming back. This is all hitting the markets just now. What I've been talking about all summer long, they're starting to figure out. Let's jump into it. Welcome to the Poplar Report. I'm Steve Poplar. I'm an accountant, and we're talking about things on this channel that haven't yet happened. We talk about stuff that won't hit your news media and your stores for another month. We're talking about things in the financial markets that haven't hit and won't hit for 3 more months. We're trying to give you a leg up. We're trying to warn you about things that are happening out there before they happen. And that's what we've been doing this summer. And right now, markets are starting to figure out what we've been talking about all summer. Manufacturing reports just came in for September and they've crashed. They got some weird conflicting numbers in August where manufacturing started picking up again, which was just totally bogus. They basically just completely manufactured that manufacturing survey. And it is showing. They've been in contraction in July. They've been in contraction in June. They've been in contraction in May and in April. But August, they suddenly got this, oh, everything's fine now. And we told you that's bogus, that's stupid. They just conjured that up, and we talked about how they manufactured that manufacturing survey. So now in September, they got another crash in manufacturing. Orders down, shipments down, prices that manufacturers are paying up a lot. Inflation is just been shown that manufacturers are paying a much higher inflation rate, which means everyone will be paying much higher inflation rates in the foreseeable future. Also, with the Federal Reserve going out there and saying, hey, we're going to raise interest rates in 2024. That has just freaked everybody out because the markets have priced in interest rates decreases in 2024. And this is why this is so important. Banks take your money and then they go out and they buy 18 times as much in U.S. Treasury bills. They borrow from other banks and everything like that and from the Federal Reserve in order to conjure up 18 times the amount of money. You put $1,000 in, they buy $18,000 worth of U.S. Treasury bills. They're levered up on this stuff in the assumption that the price of these U.S. Treasury bills will eventually go up. The problem is, as interest rates go up, the value of the Treasury bills goes down. And so we're seeing banks sitting on trillions and trillions of dollars of losses that they haven't admitted that they're sitting on. They're still borrowing against these Treasury bills. They have 18 times levered up. If they sell them now, they will go bankrupt. And so they can't sell them. But people are pulling their money out of their bank accounts, moving it over into money markets where they can get higher interest rates, moving it over into CDs where they can get higher interest rates. They're pulling the cash out because they need to spend it on, living expenses because prices are going sky high. Banks are losing deposits, which is what they're borrowing against in order to buy all these Treasury bills and all these stock bonds and all this kind of stuff. And as they're losing money significantly, they're locked in. They're stuck. They can't get out. This is why they're borrowing more and more emergency funds from the Federal Reserve every day. And when we get this week's report, we're going to see that number jumped up significantly this week. This is serious, folks. What banks are going to fail in the next week, weeks, and in the next month? We almost assuredly will find out 1, 2, 3, a dozen banks will fail in the next month. That is not an unfair prediction. We've been talking about this all along, that the problem didn't go away. The banking crisis back in the spring was papered over. The situation was alleviated somewhat by the U.S. stock market going back up, which has that changed? Yeah, a little bit. And by interest rates going back down. And that has changed here too. So we're turning the corner and we're going back into a similar situation that we had in the spring, but banks are in much worse shape than they were in the spring. Friends, we have a serious, serious market problem that is going down right now. And the question is are you ready? Are you ready for this? Do you have enough cash in your house in case your bank goes belly up? Well, now we've seen the FDIC step in when banks fail, and what happens is they will insure your money up to $10,000, but it may take a week or more. In fact, they say on their records that they can take up to 2 months to get you access to your money. And if we have bank after bank after bank failing, friends, it may take up to 2 months for you to get your money, even if the FDIC comes through and makes good on all their promises. And, well, let's just say that's a big if. The amount of money that the FDIC has insured, they have less than 2% of that sitting on their books. If all of the money that they're insuring goes into default, they only have 2% of that, and that was even before the crashes happened this spring. So it might actually be worse than that now, and that's only insuring people up to the FDIC limit rate, right? And if you're beyond that, you're out of luck. If you have more than that in a bank account, you're out of luck. One of the biggest things you need to do, if you have more than that sitting in a bank account, you need to split that into multiple bank accounts. That's just duh. Also, you need to get that into multiple different banks. Most of us should think about banking with at least 2 banks. 2 different banks that are not linked to each other. Stock market wise, if you have money in the stock market, you really need to be careful. Please be careful. Please understand what you're doing. I know a lot of you have just bought into the market and you're just letting it ride. But the problem is the stock market is so completely overvalued across the board. It's pricing in no recession. It's pricing in no risks at all. And, you know, everything's going to be peachy for 20, 30 more years. That's what they're pricing in. Stock multiples are anywhere from 15 to 30 or even more times present, profits. So they're going to make as much profits this year as they have in the past, and they're going to keep making that much profit going out 15 to 20 years. And that's how you're going to get your money back. But the idea that you are investing in something with a return on money in 15 to 20 to 30 is crazy. What that's really priced for is that their profit is going to go up significantly next year. It's going to go up significantly the year after. Basically, you should be getting a return on your investment in 5 years. So what they're saying is that this company, like all these other companies, are going to rapidly increase their profits over the next several years. So much so that it's going to make it worth your while to be invested now. That is crazy talk. We're going into recession. We're going into a massive financial catastrophe. We may be walking into World War III in the next 6 months. And if that's the case, that is insane valuations on the stock market. When is the stock market going to wake up and Americans wake up and realize that is absolutely insane? And they're going to start selling. And they're going to sell, and they're going to sell, and they're going to sell. Why? Because the U.S. federal government is dumping more and more treasuries on the market, soaking up money that could be in the stock market. Just the fact that there's more and more treasury bills out there stealing money from the stock market is going to make the stock market unstable. The fact that the treasury bills are demanding higher and higher interest rates are going to make it more and more attractive to move over to treasury bills instead of the stock market. Friends, things are changing. They're shifting dramatically under the surface. And if you're not aware of what's going on, you're going to be burned, and you're going to be burned really bad. This is like 2008 right before the market crash. This is like 2001 right before the market crash. We're not looking like the stock market's going to come back up. We're going to see the stock market keep going down and down and down. It's going to find more and more reasons to crash. And why is that? It's simple. Because the situation is worse and worse and worse. For everyone out there saying that, oh, everything's fine, everything's going to be fine forever, doesn't read history, is not self-aware of the situation around the world of what's going on. China and Russia are in a de facto state of war with the United States. They haven't declared war and they haven't started shooting at us, but in some ways we're already shooting at them. And financially, they're coming after us. We've seen sabotages on the U.S. power grid. We've seen issues out there where we have more and more Chinese spies stealing information from us. They're building an aircraft carrier based on the design that they stole from the U.S. military. They have electromagnetic catapults on their new aircraft carrier that were stolen from the United States. We barely got electromagnetic catapults on our newest carriers, and the Chinese are already putting them into theirs. And they didn't design them themselves, I promise you that. So much of their fighter jet programs and their stealth fighter jet stolen from the U.S. We're in a de facto state of war, and the United States is just not waking up to that. We don't think we're in a state of war, which is why they keep doing to us what they are doing to us. We need to wake up to the situation. And you need to be taking responsibility for yourself, taking responsibility for your financial position as best you can. If you're on fixed income, you need to be spending your fixed income now for being more prepared going ahead. And that means switching over to spending less on food, buying cheaper food so you can buy more of that cheaper food so that you can stock up and lay up for the future. This is stuff that we need to be talking about. You need to be locking in your rental agreements. You need to be locking in your payments on things, whatever you can, for as long dated as possible, because inflation is about to kick us right in the face again. And as prices go up, you know that your income won't go up by nearly that much. And so you need to be watching out for you, because no one is going to be watching out for you other than you. So please be taking steps actively. Anything you can lock in prices for the near future, please do that. If you can get your income to go up, do that as well. But get your prices locked in. If you're looking to get a mortgage, I mean, it's awful, but it's going to get worse. So if you're waiting for that, go ahead. Real estate prices are probably going to come down in the near future, but interest rates are going to keep going up. So if you can lock in mortgage rates, do what you can. Do what you can. I know it would have been great if you'd done it 6 months ago, a year ago, but friends, it's only going to get worse from here. The Weimar Republic is here, and the inflation rate is going to go through the roof in ways that you can't even comprehend as this thing picks up. We've had our final relief. We've had our final breath before the deep plunge. Here it is. All right, folks, please be taking steps. Be aware of what's going on and take those steps so that you can protect yourself and your families. We'll talk more and more about what you can do going forward here in the videos. I'm going to spend a little more time talking about practical steps that you can take as an accountant that I know that you can take to protect yourself and your family. All right, folks, thanks so much for watching. If you want to talk to Jonathan and his team at Genesis Gold Group, you might want to do that. If you have retirement funds that are still in stocks and bonds, you need to get them out into something safer. Here's a link right here to get some more information from them and their team. We're going to keep mentioning them because that is one of the best ways you can protect your retirement accounts. Thanks so much for watching. Steve Poplar of the Poplar Report, out.